It's here, it's finally here. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Solid power, dudes. Dudes and girls, dudettes. Solid power and decarbonization plus acquisition of the trace. The third, dude, we were just talking about the second one, right? How cool that one is. Can anyone name what the first one was about? These guys are awesome. Anyways, solid power. Any people who really like my channel and watch all the videos, dude, I had a banging couple videos actually on solid power I've talked about. What is it? It's an amazing electronic vehicle play. All right, why? Because it's like the best batteries in the world. They're coming out within the next year. Okay, remember QS, QuantumScape, that thing ran to like $100 and something, and I don't even know where it's at now, but that thing was crazy. In my eyes, this thing is at least 2x better. I'll get into details why. Let's run through it. Let's run through it here. This is a screenshot. I don't know who put this up. Jillian Tam, from Bloomberg. One of our members put this up. This might be from actually buddy Zachary. He might have put this up on Twitter, I'm guessing. I don't know. Ford backed. Y'all might remember that. Ford is backing this company. Yes, Ford Motor Company. Said to be in talks with decarbonization. Blank check firm raising funds for deal with battery maker. Combined company would be valued at only $1.2 billion. Okay, they could have probably said $3.8 billion, and I probably would have bought it. Solid Power is a maker of solid state batteries that counts Ford Motor Company, BMW AG among its investors. If Ford and BMW invest in your company, maybe you should too. Is in talks go public with them. We talked about the third. According to people with knowledge of the matter, this is a rumor. As y'all might know, rumors are actually real unless they're completely denied within 2 days, 3 days, something like that. 99.9% of the time, this is going to happen. All right. Blank check firm is seeking to raise more than $100 million in new equity to support transaction that's set to value the combined entity at about $1.2 billion, including the debt. One of the people said terms could be changed as the deal is not finalized. It's possible talks will lapse. Solid Power representative didn't want us to talk. Colorado-based Solid Power, based out of Colorado Rocky Mountain High, raised $130 million last month in a round led by Ford, BMW, and Volta. We've talked about Volta too. Volta Energy Technology LLC is backing this too. Funding that the company said would help it start producing automotive scale batteries on its production line early next year. That's crazy, dude. So QS is saying up till like 2025, they won't even have a battery. Remember I've told you about QS? Like everybody's gonna have solid state batteries by 2025. Big deal. It's a joke. This thing is way better, dude. By next year, that's 4 years, 3 years faster. It's crazy. Solid state batteries technology is important for the future. We know that. That's why we're investing directly. Said the dude from Ford, said in a statement on time. That's all the Bloomberg thing said. Great. Let's go back to my video I did. I don't remember when I did it, but here it is. Okay. Here's one of them. So how about right here? This is something that no one's already talking about. Look at this. So here's Solid Power. We already figured out the EV battery play, right? But we have something called Blue Gen. What is Blue Gen? It's something underneath Solid Power. With Blue Gen, you generate highly efficient electricity and heat right at the point of consumption, helping you to reduce your energy costs as well as your carbon emissions. What is this? The micro CHP unit from Solid Power, based on cutting edge fuel cell technology, we get fuel cell stuff, is without equal in a world that is ideally suited for application in residential and commercial buildings. See what we're doing here? This is like backup energy storage, the thing that goes in between your solar panels. It's gonna hit this thing called a Blue Gen from solar panel for your residential or commercial needs. So small houses, big old Papa Bear houses, big old commercial stuff for businesses, private households, for installers can make money, for utility companies, dude. So this is like something Clean Spark could even grab. These guys are totally ahead of the game here. This is amazing. Discover what Blue Gen has to offer, cutting costs. Generating electricity, Blue Gen is up to 50% less expensive than buying from an electricity supplier. Did you hear that? BlueGen is supported by the attractive subsidiaries of the United Kingdom and various other European countries. So we're from Colorado. We've already got the European stuff being handled. BlueGen helps you to significantly reduce your CO2 compared to the power from the grid. So what they're saying is you can store energy and still be cheaper than just straight hooking up to the power companies, right? It's pretty amazing stuff. Here's an article I found from last year, whenever I did this video. Solid Power introduces all solid-state lithium metal batteries. Solid-state, this one is the holy grail of EV battery technology. They've even got videos of it. They're holding it. It's literally done. Just for mass production, we need until next year. Fine. Green Car Congress said, Solid Power now producing large form factor, 22-layer, 20-amp solid-state cells pathway to full automotive performance compliance. What? Solid Power's 22-layer metal company compared to... Okay, so they're showing theirs, this little tiny one, okay, is basically more powerful than this big, huge one over here. So this is like what Elon's got now. This is what Elon wants in the future. Can you imagine how fast his cars are going to be, or how more efficient they're going to be, or how much space or less materials they're going to need to use less? Like, what if we could use like half the amount of cobalt, half the amount of lithium, half the amount of copper to make a battery that does even better than the ones out there? That's what's happening here. That's why solid state is so crazy. The other thing is like little applications, like you can make little tiny little airplanes that could probably fly forever, like EV2Ls that are eventually going to probably be flying these little micro batteries, dude. It's absolutely crazy. Here's the thing, talking about Ford, when Ford hooked up with them, one of the times Ford hooked up with them in 2019, Solid Power is teaming up with Ford to develop all solid-state batteries for next-generation electric vehicles. So guess what's probably going to be in the new Ford stuff? How about the new BMW stuff? Crazy, huh? So here's more of this BlueGen thing. And this is the other thing, is like a lot of these EV battery plays like Romeo, QS, all that, it's just electronic vehicle batteries. We get way more than that. We get the whole clean spark middleman thing. We get energy storage like EOS, battery storage. There's another battery storage one. I can't even remember the ticker right now, but I did a video like last week on it. We kind of get that too. This guy says, my plants need a good atmosphere. My BlueGen supplies me with the energy for that. So what is this saying? You could be totally off grid also and have a greenhouse to grow your vegetables or whatever your plants. People are always going to need to impress the ladies. You know, maybe you're going to have a rose garden. More power, less cost. Highly efficient electricity and heat right at the point of consumption, helping you serve, reduce cost of residential. Yep. So you get all that. Here's the latest press release here. Successfully tested Solid Power's large stack module for high efficiency hydrogen generation. So we have the whole hydrogen thing, which is totally all now and totally a hype thing. Then down here, I'm going to show you this. This is showing in a different language. And I don't have a converter with me right here. But what this shows me is they've got this big old box, maybe in a big old house. I guess, you know, it's some sort of energy storage or something. I don't know. But like they're saying, they got small ones for a little office. They got big old ones for your big old mansion. If you need to store energy, I don't know. We need to translate this thing. I wish I was on Google Chrome so I could translate it. Let's get to this one, the hydrogen generation thing. Let's check this out. Look at this big old monster thing that they've got. What is this? Last couple years, large stack module for reversible fuel cell and electricless operation. It integrates 4 new generation stacks of a total of this many watts, whatever, fuel cell mode. Engineering and prototyped at the Solid Power Swiss facilities. So they've got facilities already running and going in the Swiss area, Switzerland. One LSM module has been successfully tested on the SOE mode at CEA Lytton in France. And the multi-stack platform in autumn of 2020 was already tested. The LSM has been tested for the different modes. I'm not gonna act like I have any idea what this is, other than it probably generates energy and stores it. It looks really expensive, and it's a hydrogen, so we get the hydrogen play, the EV play. We get the best EV battery play. That's gonna be the fastest to market by years. We get the hydrogen storage, weird big old stuff like this. We get residential energy storage. What else do we get? For fire households, let's look at the utility and eco S-Kills, what is this? So I'm guessing these are the big old boy machines. BlueGen marks the start of a new chapter, distinguished generation at a very highly electrical efficient of 60% better. The system can run all year round regardless of the weather conditions and local heating requirements. This means BlueGen delivers approximately this many kilowatts a year of low emission electricity right where it is consumed. BlueGen fuel cell technology operates with considerably less outlay for maintenance, less maintenance costs compared with other engine drive micro CHPs, for example. What is more, the systems are monitored around the clock over the internet. So they got the whole SaaS thing, software as a service, the cloud stuff. They're probably gonna make on the back end of all these deals. And are remotely controlled if necessary. BlueGen systems can be integrated in standard energy management solutions and software. Look at this thing. All right, so we've got a house mock-up here. So we've got online monitoring. You have a gas supply that's gonna come in. Continuous supply from the natural gas grid from constant operation. Okay, now this is crazy. So they're actually taking, gas, natural gas, and converting it to electricity. I didn't know that. That's crazy. I thought it was only like solar panel to this thing to electricity. But it's actually just natural gas that converts to electricity and hot water, the stuff it usually does. And a peak load boiler. Additional heating requirements are met by the heating system of choice, hot water tanks and power grid. Excess electricity is fed into the grid and remeasured or redistributed. If more electricity is needed, it can be brought from the grid too. This is crazy, dude. So this thing basically, like with solar panels, they pitch it like, if you have so much energy that you create and you don't use, you can sell it back to the utility company. That's basically what this is saying. So you can push the stuff in, it creates it somehow with whatever the heck it's doing in that little box, big box. You can resell the electricity, you can store it, and then if you're like a commercial building and you got to fire up some big fan or something like that, and you need even more than that little box can handle, it can actually pull more power from the grid. That's the first time I've heard that. So you can actually pull more from other BlueGens, or maybe just from the regular power grid at that point. If it's like feeling underpowered or something. I've never heard of that. So we got something that can like power houses, power commercial buildings, your hot water, peak load boilers. I mean, this is some crazy stuff. This is all past the EV stuff. This is all past that. BlueGen highly efficient micro power plant, dude. Private households, for installers, for businesses. That's just for the utility company though. I don't know, man. Innovative, strong partners. Looks like about the same thing. The other amazing thing is this might be the SPAC that is going to be known for re-sparking the SPAC-tastic stocks to start zipping around, going up, It's happening. Why? This thing actually zipped only like $2 for the warrants, and then was chilling there for a long time, and then it was consistent right around $2.20. I don't think we've seen that kind of run where it's being consistent, right? The second people were selling, people were buying. We might have been one. You think? You think I might be in this one? Can you guess? I don't know. I think this is absolutely amazing. It's totally future. We've got worldwide exposure. We're in Sweden, France, Colorado. We got the oxide fuels and the fuel cell stuff, and then the whole EV play also. This is like the future EV play-ish thing I want to be in. Here's the Beyond Energy fuel cell thing. These are already built. They're done. They're literally selling these. Electricity to heat, to low emission, to natural gas coming in. They're showing like supermarkets can use them, apartment buildings, coffee shops. Here's a compact one. It looks kind of big, but I don't care. I care about what it does, but it looks like it's a little bit bigger than looks like a washing machine there. And look at this, you can cascading connection. So you can actually stack this. So if you've got one of these like ridiculous 10,000 square foot plus houses, you can like stack 5 of them up. Which would be cool though, because you can store energy in these. So if like the electricity ever goes out, you're probably good. Connection to the grid or without the grid. Supply of tap wire. Oh, no, it needs water to go in. So it basically does all power stuff and heating all in one. Super sick. You want to get some more news? How about this? Switching over to Microvast and Galsum partnered to accelerate the transition of zero-emission transportation. Strategic partnership for the next-gen full electric and hydrogen-powered version of a skateboard road truck platform. Whoa, this is cool. State-of-the-art art modular battery concept with a variety of cell chemistry, long-term collaboration, volume forecast more than whatever in the next 5 years, up to more. Again, though, when is this coming out? I don't know. Here they're showing this, Photoshop of a semi, but the one we were just looking at shows real pictures of real stuff. Gauzen, a pioneer in the design and assembly of electric and fuel cell vehicles, transportation. I don't see a date. Here we go, April 2021. The first skateboard world-class truck. Listen, this is one of those ones I like, right? But I like Microvast. Whatever this company is, has anyone ever heard of this though? The Gauzen. To me, it looks totally photoshopped and fake, which is fine. I'm glad people are doing this, but I don't know. When is this coming out? They obviously don't have the product now. I don't see a date. We'll have to read up more, but pay attention to this. This is something that I think, I have some shares in here, but I ain't going near as big as I'm going with the other one. Okay. Let's put it that way. Where can you buy Microvast at? I don't know. I bet you're pretty cheap. If you're not even in this, buy some of this too. It's the future. They're doing the skateboards for possibly semis. I don't know. It's going to do well. This one, did I talk about this? Babylon goes public with the U.S. and secures investment from Palantir. The company has entered into a definitive merger agreement with special purpose acquisition company Alkiri Global. U.S. big data company Palantir has also taken a strategic stake in Babylon. Following the merger, the combined company will operate as Babylon. It will operate on NASDAQ under BLN. It will give the healthcare tech, okay, we talk about these a lot. I think all these healthcare, app things are cool. It's hard for me to put like these billions and billions of dollar valuations on the stuff like this where it's literally just an app. Okay? I could get this app made for 10 grand, right? I didn't start a SPAC. I don't know. That's kind of my problem with that. That's why I like stuff I can touch too. This isn't something you can touch. This is just software. That's all this is. I'm sure it's going to be fine though, but medical stuff I try to stay away from anyway. Yada, yada, yada. Hey, crypto. Polkadot, I think is going to start catching up to ADA Cardano stuff. This last big rip, Cardano ADA, was definitely getting to be the cooler kid of the lower cappy stuff, compared to crypto and Bitcoin and Ethereum. But don't forget about Polkadot. I just want to remind you that. You can even go to CoinGecko.com and search for the whole ecosystem of stuff that basically runs on Polkadot. You don't have to necessarily buy Polkadot. Buy stuff that is running on it. That's what we like to do. How about Lit? We've talked about Lit. I don't know. There's a bunch on here. Do you know any that you want to get on? I actually did a video, I think, on POLS, polls. I think I'm in that one. Yeah, I am. I'm on polls. See the star there? There's more on here. Watch it. Here's Lit. There's another one I bought today. I can't even remember the name. Starts with a P, maybe. Can anyone tell me what I bought today? In the comments. Anyone in the group? But look at this. All I'm saying is the next crypto thing that's going to come up, I think it's going to be the poll system is going to catch the ADA. What does that mean? You're going to multiply. You want to multiply? Look at this. Watch now. Madison, Wisconsin unveils nation's first electric fire engine. That's one thing I always wanted to be when I grew up was a fire truck. Never happened, but Pearson Manufacturing of Appleton is allowing Madison Fire Department to test the new Volterra electric fire engine. What is Volterra, dude? Have you guys even heard of Volterra? I haven't. How come we have not heard of Volterra? What does this mean? Maybe, I think it's cool, by the way, but maybe we're going to get Volterra as a SPAC coming out. Sweet. They already got a relationship with the fire departments. I think this is awesome, dude. I've never heard of Volterra. Tell me about it in the comments if you know about it. I haven't had time to look it up. I'll take it though. Joby shares, the EV2L company, detailed timelines for EV2L certification and commercialization. Their taxi developer provided more transparency in its operations, production, and certification timelines. Materials presented in the company's analysis day. Did I miss it? Oh no, that was a couple days ago. This is how I think it's going to happen with all these EV2Ls. Listen, they're all primed to keep going. They're going to have cooler and cooler presses stuff. We're not even going to be able to keep up eventually. Sweet. In fact, I can't even remember. When is that? ACIC, I think, has got one on Friday or Thursday or something, right in LA. We just talked about that yesterday, but here's just more stuff. This one's saying by 2024 they're going to have and produce 200 to 400 aircraft a year. Look how sick this is. Who would not want to be seen flown around in this thing coming into Miami or New York or whatever, dude? I think they're amazing. Do you? That's it for tonight. Listen though, SPAC's coming back. I'm gonna tell you, just stay aggressive, pulling green. You know, I know everyone's getting cocky. Everyone does. It's just what happens. But just realize that I still think we're in that transition. You know, we've got that top of that M on the SPY. I hope we finally dip it down. I think SPAC's gonna be cool next. Remember, we're seeing the after ticker switches on the SPACs where they're de-SPACed and they're getting cool. Something like this catalyst that we just had though, with this solid power thing, if this sticks and we get an LOI real soon, this could be known as the thing that jump starts it and takes the whole SPAC thing with it. And then no matter what happens, SPACs just rip faces. If you haven't seen that cheap warrant video, you should probably go watch that. I did it like 3 or 4 days ago. If you can't find it, go to my YouTube, search for videos, or go to my website. I think it's probably like 5 articles down or something, like warrants to buy now, like cheap stocks to buy now, something like that. I have this monster list of like, dude, warrants that are under $1. When SPACs get cool, those are all multiplying without even an LY. Seems fantastic, huh? If you haven't already liked, commented, or subscribed on this video, please do it.